scoreboard ATM reference courses. In this intermediate scoreboard ATM course, we will cover three main objectives. First, research and optimize our ATM parameters that can achieve your desired trading targets. Secondly, understand the concept of safety zone trading and how we applied it in our scoreboard ATM. You will not get this feature in the ATM basic courses. And on the thirdly, how to increase the speed and frequency of trading. And this is only suitable for those who are prepared for higher reward risk gearings. And how do we focus on the primary parameters and the impact on the high speed trading, and also the settings of technical and secondary parameters. So these are the three main components. One, optimization. Second, the concept of safety zone trading. Third, high speed and frequency trading. Let's start with optimization. Based on the standard given set of scoreboard ATM parameters, after going through the basic course, different users will start to have established a different desire for different results. Now, there are many users who start to change and make changes on a parameter and perform the back testing through the strategy tester on the MT4, which has been shown in the previous videos. And then by changing this parameter, each user will start to see and get varying different results. However, this is a very slow and time consuming process, in consideration that if you want to achieve a perfect setting for yourself. So the important way to overcome this is to make use of the optimization feature on MT4, and this is a feature that you can use to trigger a series of tests with varying results, so that you can make a very sound and calculated comparisons. Now, of course, in optimization, users will need to set the test environment properly and determine the variables that you want to test, just like any scientific experiments that you have done before in school. Users need to formulate the objective of achieving that you wish to achieve by optimized variables. If you are now familiar with all the parameters in scoreboard ATM, you probably will take note that some of the factors are within the nature of risk-reward trade-offs. What do I mean by trade-off? Like, for example, if you want to have very high profit-taking setting, now by having a high profit-taking setting, it will increase your profitability. However, it reduces the probability of achieving the target. So, what is right? Now, users can make use of this optimization feature to determine the ideal balance between the above two conflicting possible end results. As I mentioned just now, just like any science experiment, the user have to first of all define the test environment. We fix the constants, like for example the period of test, for example from 1st January 2009 until end of April, the currency pair that you are testing, the period of your price action, i.e. it is a 1 hour chart, 4 hour chart, 15-minute chart or 30-minute chart, and so on. And also other parameters that is not within your test consideration. So what is mentioned here are considered as constants. And then you need to determine the variables. Now let's take a very quick look. Where is this optimization feature? So by having the strategy tester, make sure that you put the set of the ATM correctly, making sure that your pair of currency, in this case Euro US, same thing, open price only for the model of test, and period, in this test we stick to 1 hour, and the date you can of course test based on much longer period of time by having larger sample, but in order to ensure a speed result, we start this experiment on the date of 1st January 2009 until 5th of May 2009. Now of course let's take a look at the parameters. Now these parameters here may look different from yours, but it doesn't matter, we are testing some of the key factors at this point in time. Scoreboard will always update you with the latest ATM when there is a new release. Now you probably are very familiar with this pop-up box at this point in time, and you know all these variables. These are the values that you have been making changes, and the next 3 columns, start, step and stop, are part of the features for optimization test. Like for example, in the case that I want to test the take profit point for a sell order, I start with 10 pips of profit taking target, and I will test, the next step will be 10 pips, meaning that the first test is based on 10 pips, the second test will be based on 20, the third will be 30, and so on and so forth until I reach 120. So this is a case where you can set 120 or 100 or any maximum level that you want. And you would notice that any changes that you make on this 3 column will automatically trigger a tick in this button here. So if this is the only parameter that you want to perform optimization test, and make sure that this is the only one that has a green tick, and you scroll down, if there is any other one, please remove the green ticks. Alright, and for this test, just for comparison, we start with 10,000 US dollar for testing, and you probably would have noticed just now the lot size is 0.1. Alright, and when you want to perform an optimization test, the next important thing to do is click on optimization and start. So before I start the test, let's go back to the slide. So what I will be showing you will be a series of tests. In this case will be 2 variables. First test, I will determine the take profit points for sell orders only. When I indicate here both level, you probably should understand by now there is a basic sell order and followed by a average level of selling order. After performing this test, then we perform the test for both sell and buy orders. So let's start with the real test.